The holidays are coming, but did you know that cardiac deaths are actually at its peak every year on the 25th of December? Second is the 26th of December, and third is the 1st of January. So in this video, we're gonna be talking about 5 reasons for holiday heart problems. Coming right up. Hey y'all, Amen here. You're watching Heart Limits. So let's jump into the 5 reasons for holiday heart problems. Reason number 1. So just because it's the holidays, specifically because it's Christmas and it's New Year, in some parts of the globe it's pretty cold. So for reason number 1, it involves the cold weather. So I've actually made a video about this before, but just to make it easy for you, whenever it is cold, our heart tends to work harder because our heart also has the job of our heating and cooling mechanisms. So given that the weather is colder, our hearts actually work harder during winter. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2. Now with reason number 2, just because it's the holidays and people don't technically want to break, the momentum of the feel of the holiday, especially for Christmas to New Year, you want it to kind of be like that long break. Problem is, most of the time, people have this tendency to in some way postpone, delay, or even at times forget to actually have their treatments on time. But the problem is, this happens not only because it's by choice most of the time. Sometimes it's also because, as you know, during the holidays, doctors and all these people, whatever it's a masseuse or whatever type of person, they are also on their holidays. So because of that, it's actually quite hard for you to find professionals or people who are in some way, how would you say, good enough to kind of treat you. And even if you go to the hospital, it's usually understaffed. So for reason number 2, it's more on that people cannot get treatment on time, or that they just delay the treatment because I want to have a very long Christmas and wonderful New Year. Now, reason number 3 is emotional stress. And to make it easier, reason number 4 is physical stress. Now, the thing is, whenever it's the end of the year, when you're looking more on Christmas and New Year's, people are more stressed because, they feel like, oh my God, I still have not accomplished this. I still have not done that. It's already the end of the year. Oh my God. They have so many things that are left unfinished, or they have not accomplished a certain thing. They are disappointed with how the year went. All of this tends to build up, and it also gives some form of pressure to a person's heart and well-being, so to say. And when we go to number 4, technically, which is the physical stress, during winter specifically, what happens is people are more prone to do, the snow shoveling. Now, the problem with snow shoveling, it has actually been proven that it gives so much strain to a person's heart that if you have a heart condition specifically, have to cut down or find somebody else to do it for you because it actually gives a lot of strain to your heart. And also, oh my God, I need to reach this deadline. I need to do this. So you tend to overwork yourself. Oh my, I haven't reached my quota. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. Oh, I need to buy a Christmas tree. I need to buy this. I need to do that. The list is so enormous that in the end, it's a total mix of a physical and an emotional stress. So that is reason number 3 and reason number 4. And reason number 5 is actually the most painful, to be honest. So here it involves overindulgence. And I mean with the things that you eat and with the things that you drink. Now the problem is during the holidays, it tends to, all the foods tends to become overly sweet, rich in salt, rich in saturated fat, and that is like a complete mix of, you could say it's a cocktail of poison in some way already for a person. And the problem is, even though you have been healthy almost all year long, but because of this one specific event in the year, you can actually still have certain complications. So because of that, there's actually a simple-ish solution, which is, of course, don't overindulge, know how to limit yourself. And also, let's say you plan on, drinking a lot of alcohol. When you drink a lot of alcohol, try at least before to drink a glass of bubbly with a squeezed lime. It actually helps, and it also makes sure that you are in some way hydrated before, taking on all the alcohol. And when it comes with food, the problem is when you're about to eat super salty, oversaturated foods, the best is actually to start off before, indulging in all of this. You have a little snack which is rich in protein. And by this, I mean, eating either these low-fat yogurts or, a Greek yogurt and a piece of fruit. Because in some way, it actually helps you balance it out a bit. Of course, still not that much, but at least in some way, so that there won't be that much repercussions to yourself. So, the funny thing is it's not actually funny. I don't know why I always like to say the funny thing is when it's actually not funny. There is actually a thing called holiday heart syndrome. And this syndrome is more involved in the idea of overconsumption of alcohol. Even though a person is super healthy, that person can have heart palpitations or have an irregular heartbeat. And this is mainly contributory because of the alcohol, the stress, dehydration, and technically a couple of other stuff. But yeah, so remember, whenever it's the holidays, try to control the amount of food and the amount of alcohol that you consume. Try to stay warm. Try to control your physical and emotional stress, and make sure if you can get an appointment as soon as you can with your doctor, do it even before the holidays occur, because as you know, it's really difficult to get an appointment and everything else during the holidays. So, once again, Amen here. You're watching Heart Limits. Now remember, I know it's great to, just enjoy the holidays, but it's very important to limit yourself once in a while. Anyway, see ya.